Hello everybody, this is Fronito Bobbin here, and welcome back to Trainz Simulator 3, where today we're taking another look at the CN Holly sub-route. Yes, time for another review here in the middle of Trainz Simulator 3, and you know the drill by this point. Today we are going to be taking another look at this route because the original review did not give you a complete look through of every single thing they get, locomotives, rolling stock, and everything. So that's why we're doing this review today. We are doing this review in the current format, where I'll be showing you everything you get, locomotives, rolling stock, and everything. Yeah, so, CN Holly sub-route, it's a route that came out only a couple years ago. I say only, well, yeah, a couple years ago, around earlier, so of 2023, and, well, here we are now, late 2025, and, yep, taking a look here at this route, then. And, yeah, this route that it, despite it being called CN Holly sub, it's actually not based in Canada. Yeah, it is based close to Canada, but is actually based in Michigan. So yeah, we have a Michigan-based route, so not too far off from Chicago. And in case you didn't know, I was actually born in the state of Michigan. So yeah, it's kind of a homecoming for me. So yeah, we got snow everywhere, which is actually the reason why I thought this took place in Canada. But to be fair, it also can get very snowy in Michigan. Well, it's the Midwest, so yeah. Alright then, so time to take a look at everything they get here in the CN Holly sub-route here in Trainz Simulator 3. So we're starting off here with the only CN locomotive here. We'll only want two locomotives to get in this route. This is the CN GP38-2. Yes. This engine, I'm not sure if it's been featured in any other Trainz 3 routes. We do have other CN locomotives here in Trainz Simulator 3, but I think this specific one is exclusive to this route. I'm not sure. You guys might have to let me know on this. It is an older model though, so it's not like as up to the same standard as, like, you know, some of the newer stuff we have over here in Trainz Simulator 3. Although the trucks though are pretty highly detailed, I think they'll just take it from the some stuff we have here in Trainz Simulator 3. But yeah, there you go. Then the GP38-2 in the Canadian National. Let's look at the roof, and there you go. Alright, let's take a look at the interior cab then, and yet the cab is consistent with the exterior. Not the most detailed thing in the world, especially compared to some of the other stuff we have here, but still pretty alright. Also, let's turn off the junctions because I forgot to do that for some reason. But still a lot of stuff to look at here in this cab. Oh, grabby old geezer. That's pretty funny. But yeah, a lot of details, look at that. Yeah, the details are kind of flat though, because again, this is an older model. But for what it is, it's fine. So, yep, there you go. Ah, genius at work. Hey, that's me. Yeah, I am a genius. Sometimes my genius, it's almost frightening. There you go. Alright, now for the horn. Okay, so it's a horn bow we've heard before in this game. I'm not sure if it's accurate to this locomotive. In fact, I don't think it is, though. That horn sounds a little bit too, it's a little bit too much for a loco like this. I expect that kind of horn to be on, like, a bigger range or something like that. But, yeah. But there you go, then. The Canadian National GP38-2. And a lot of kind of rolling stock you'll see this route is autoracks. And, yeah, I actually went over this in the last video, but, or the last time I reviewed this route. But, yeah, there are actually 4 different autoracks. Well, 2 of which are some interested, but yeah, 3/4 different autoracks, man, and we'll look at it. So, let's go over them then. So first up here, we have the 89-foot autorack in Burlington Northern Green. Yeah. I gotta say, I do actually like the livery on this autorack. I don't usually see green autoracks, so seeing this in Burlington Northern is actually pretty neat. And yeah, if you really want the Burlington Northern autorack, I believe that this is the only item you can get. And yeah, this Burlington Northern autorack is not available in any other routes in this game. It's exclusive to this one. So, yeah. TTX Autorack in Burlington Northern Green. Actually pretty cool. I like it. You know, because most autoracks are in yellow, as you see by the other ones. But here's one that is in green. Do we have an interior in this thing by any chance? Yeah, we do. But it is empty. Although I think it is would be possible to just put some cars in it if we had the surveyor. But we still don't have it even after all these years. Up next, we have the 89-foot autorack in CSX. This is a more typical livery for an autorack that you would see. I think this might be the same as the Burlington Northern one, but obviously, you know, yellow and with a different road or a different company logo on it. CSX. Yeah, this is more like the type of paint scheme for an autorack you would normally see. Which one the Burlington Northern one looks neat because like it's green, you don't see every day. This is more like a typical auto-rack livery. I mean, I do like the yellow on the auto-racks. But it's also nice to see, you know, some change now and again. So, yeah. Interior, I believe, is the same. So, yep, there you go. Alrighty, up next, I believe this is actually a different asset from the others. Is it? Or is it just the color of it that's throwing me off? I don't know. But anyway, here we have a pair of 89-foot auto-rack tri-level Canadian National ones. Yeah, and actually the difference at this one is that one of them is loaded. So there's this one, which is empty, and then there's this one, which is apparently is loaded. Yeah, there we go. This is a loaded one by default, as you spawn in the free drive section. So yeah. So yeah, first up here we have the 89-foot auto-rack tri-level Canadian National, number 964644. As seen by the road number. Yeah. Again, I'm not sure if this is the same asset, although actually it's known as a tri-level, so I think it is different. It just looks very similar. I don't know. They do look similar. But here you are then the tri-level. A bit more rusty, this one. But I suppose pretty typical. And here, of course, is the loaded version. Yeah, they're pretty much the same asset, but one of them comes with a load and the other doesn't. You can actually even see it through the thingies. And yeah, so this is actually a tri-level. Actually, I think that's the main difference. I think this is actually a different mode because I believe this is a... Is this tri-level or is this double? Wait, hold up. I'm trying to get a good look at it. It's so difficult. Okay, so we have a... let's see. So that's one... Oh, no, they're all tri-level. Never mind. Okay. So maybe it's just the paint scheme. I have no idea. But you need to get a pretty good look here at the cars here because this is a tri-level one. Yep, there's the top level, medium, and then the bottom one. Alright, or the middle. Yeah, there you go. So yeah, there's a look into all of the auto-racks you get with this route. Alrighty, so up next is this thing, which you've seen many times at this point, the Burnt Northern GP38-2 Dirty version, which has been featured in a number of my reviews lately, because I've been doing a lot of reviews lately. Yeah, we saw this thing over in the Summer Lake Valley route, as well as I actually just drove this thing over in the Shoreline River route, which I reviewed last month. And here it is again here. Now that being said, I don't think we see this thing too often in the more recently released routes. This is more like a constant in some of the or in a lot of the earlier American routes that we've got in this game, like from like late 2021 throughout 2022 and into like 2023 and stuff. But I think it was around then that they stopped being used in routes, which is good because honestly, paying for the same locomotive a bunch of times over is just kind of silly. Yeah. But either way, here you go. Let's take a look at the interior. I will say the cab, but this one is nicer than the CN one. Oh, that's cab that you have seen a bunch of times at this point. So yeah, but for those that haven't seen this thing yet, here is a good look at it. Alright, and there you go. One bell. As run a boat for loads of times at this point, so there you go. Alright, now for some of the rolling stock. First up though, we have a hopper car which you have seen plenty of times as well. The BN Grain Hopper 4Bay 481523. Yep, another hopper car that you have seen loads of times here in Trainz Simulator 3. Yep, it's been reused a lot, but here it is again in this route. Again, I don't think they use this that much in the more recent routes. This was more of like a constant like the other stuff, but here it is yet again. I do like the green livery though. Again, I do think this thing looks cool. But again, we've seen it 100 times over, so yeah. Well, up next we have the BN Grain Hopper 4Bay. Oh, oops, never mind. I read the name wrong. No, this is the BNSF Alumina Hopper. Yeah. Now, I think this is the same like model, but it's a different livery. I'm not sure how often we've seen this hopper car in other routes. I do remember there being like a brown hopper or covered hopper like this in other routes, but I can't remember if it was the exact one or not. Either way, those look pretty cool. I like the brown livery. Or is it like maroon? I don't know, it looks more like brown to me. Yeah, brown. Alright. Up next, though, I believe it's the same asset yet again. Actually, no, I don't think it is. Or is it? No, yeah, it is. Okay, same asset, but different livery. This is the Co-op Bulk Hopper. Yeah. Now this caught me by surprise because I don't think I have ever seen this in any other route in this game before. Yeah, I think this is an exclusive to this specific route. And actually, the fertilizers logo actually to be a bit nostalgic because I believe there was a hopper car in the same livery over in Trainz Simulator 1 and 2 as part of the default content in that game. It's actually pretty neat that we have this hopper here in Trainz Simulator 3. And yeah, like I said, this hopper is only exclusive to this route. I think it is anyway. I don't remember seeing this in any other routes here in Trainz Simulator 3. So yeah, but for the most part, I think this is exclusive to this route. Alrighty then. Okay, well, next we have some container cars. First up, we have the TTX Gunderson World Car Unit A. I don't recall seeing this in any of the routes, although probably we have. I mean, we have had world cars before in this game, so I'm not sure if this is like a new version or something. I'm not too sure, but here you go. It's in this right either way. So yeah, for those of you who have a better memory than I do, you'll know if this has been featured before or hasn't. And I guess that can influence your decision to whether you want to get this route or not, if you haven't got it already. It's been spread for a couple of years now, but anyway. And here's the Gunderson Car Unit B. Pretty much the same, but obviously it's the B. And there is a slight difference between the A and the B, because as you see, they actually have a shared bogey, and one of them actually has a shared bogey, whereas the other one doesn't. So you have to spawn both of them in to have a world car that actually looks normal, otherwise it's going to look weird. So, yeah. Alright, well, here's some singular cars. We have the TTX Husky Stack 53, which I do think has been featured in previous add-ons, but here's again in this one. Yeah, this is the empty version, which again I think you could load it up, and it's same as it goes for the other Husky Stacks. You could load these up if we had the surveyor, but like I said, we still do not have the surveyor in this game even after all these years later. So yay. Alrighty, well here's the same thing. TTS Husky Stack 53 this time with a load. This is actually loaded number 1. You see, there's actually 2 loaded versions. This is the first one. This one is the China shipping stuffs. So you have that. China. And finally, I've loaded number 2, which this time has a singular container car, YM Line. No idea what YM Line is, but there you go. Okay, I don't have a game over. I haven't done a serp on, but whatever. Anyways, there you have it. That is everything. Yep, there you go. Finally, we have the complete list of engines and rolling stock here in this route. Only 2 locomotives, which are very similar to each other, but you do get a pretty good variety of rolling stock, a lot of different auto racks, and a pretty good selection of other stuff as well. Some of which is actually exclusive to this route. So if you want some extra freight content they can't get anywhere else, then I'd say this is actually a pretty decent route to buy. As for the route itself, then let's zoom out. I see the whole thing is actually in snow. It's not a very long route. Here's like the top. Yeah, this is like this main line that goes through here. Oh, that's Detroit connecting. Interesting. Oh yeah, that's how I know it's in Michigan. Okay. But here's the route you go down. That's a pretty straight route. Yeah, it goes down like this, all the way down to here, where there's like a little other industry. There's also some. Oh, wait, this track. This track goes to. Oh, it goes to a yard. Okay, so yeah, there's the yard. There's a Y, and the Y, and the Y. A lot of Y's. Yeah, so this is the top part of the route, and then there's this other route that goes here as the track's not loading in for some reason. Only traffic, another branch line, and there's the yard. Oh, there's an Amtrak stop? Huh. Interesting. We don't have Amtrak stuff in this game, but yeah. But there you go. That is the route in its entirety. So yeah, and yeah, this. Oh, wait, Amtrak House. What's that? Oh, it's the Amtrak station. Oh, interesting. Okay, I didn't know this was in the route, but yeah. And yeah, there's actually a remake of a Trainz 2 run, actually, in case I didn't say that already. But yeah, there you go. Alright then. Well, anyway, yeah, that is everything. Engines, rolling stock. So now let's take a look at these scenarios and do some driving. Yes. Alright, so here are all these scenarios they get with the route. As per usual, you get 4 pre-scripted scenarios. You get actually 2 scenarios, which actually use the default CSX locomotives. You have to get Red Wave, which use the CSX engines to pull the Husky. They get mixed auto racks, which is actually the scenario that we played last time. There's also Snow, which is the one with the Burlington Northern GP3-2. And there's also more auto racks, so yeah. And you also get a bunch of free drive scenarios as per usual. So yeah, pretty standard set of scenarios. Now, in the last time we played this, we actually did the mixed auto racks scenario because, well, it's called the CN Holly sub, so I decided to drive a CN locomotive on it. However, today we're doing this scenario, actually, which is more auto racks, which comes with the default CSX locomotives. But also this is snow with the GP30-2, but we literally showed this locomotive in well, only a couple of videos ago. Okay, it was a bit whatever. We drove this engine not too long ago, so I don't want to drive it again so soon. So yeah, we're doing more autoracks because I do still like the autoracks, and well, we've done an autorack training in a while, so yeah, that's what we're gonna do for today. All right, so more autoracks. So yeah, in this task, oh, okay, there's a bit of a error there. In this task, you will drive with 2 CSX locomotives from. Okay, we gotta get them somewhere. All right, let's just get to it. All right, good morning. Your task today is to first couple of loaded car wagons, taking them to the destination. All right then. So here we are in. Yep, and it says a bit broken, as I learned. Yep, so we're gonna look at the other engines. So yeah. All right, so there's our engines for the day. All right, let's go. Oh, going backwards. Start. Oh no, no, come on. Other way. How do I change the direction? There we go. No, wait, did I hit the right button? There. All right, let's go. All right then. Let's see what the horns like on this thing. Oh, it's the same as the other one. All right. Alrighty then, so here we are, the C and Holly sub route, and yeah, as I actually forgot to mention at the beginning, yeah, in case you didn't know, this is actually a remake of a, well, maybe not a remake, but a remaster of a route that was also over in Trainz Simulator 2, yeah, and I actually got this route over in Trainz Simulator 2, because the Trainz Simulator actually had some pretty neat, crossing gates, yeah. Where are we on the route, by the way? Oh, we're actually not too far from where we started the video. Okay, great. Alright, yeah. Yes. Oh, we're a bit slower now. Come on. Alright. Another thing I should mention is, well, you may be wondering, why did I show these CSX locomotives here at the beginning? Well, I should mention that these CSX actually that we're driving, I believe this is the GP38-2? Something? Actually, let me look in the... Maybe I probably should have shown that at the beginning. Yeah, this is the... Yeah, oh no, the GP40. No, GP... Oh, it's another GP3-2. Okay, that's hilarious. Yeah. But yeah, I decided to drive these because, like I said, we already driven the CN and the BN locos. But I should mention these CSX engines are actually default content. You do not need to get this route to get these engines. These engines come with the game. So, yeah. That's why I didn't show these at the beginning of the video. Alright then. So yeah, C and Holly sub then. I've actually had this on my list for a while actually, and just now decided to get around to it. Because it's funny, I had a bit of a conundrum, and because I wasn't sure what video to make this week, because I was like, well, you know, okay, it's a bit weird, because here's the thing, right? You may be thinking, well, why not just do a video on the newer Trainz 3 routes? Because we've actually had 2 new routes that I haven't actually reviewed yet, being the Radden Pass route as well as the Eureka Valley routes. However, the reason why I have not gotten, or why I have not decided to do videos on those routes yet is because the routes themselves are not really a big deal, to be honest. Yeah, the Radden Pass has nothing new in terms of rolling stock or engines or anything like that. There's nothing new, and even the route stuff is very similar to the to actually Pass route, which I've reviewed earlier this year. So I figured there's no point in me reviewing that route because it's just way too similar. And same as it goes for the Eureka Valley route. That's another route that has content that's already been featured before. So it's like I don't really want to review either of those anytime soon because again, the content in them is just too similar to stuff that that I've already reviewed before. So yeah. So maybe thinking, okay, they wanted to do a video on like Trainz Simulator 2 or something. I did consider doing a video on Trainz Simulator 2, but even then there wasn't really anything in that game we're checking out, so I figured, okay, well, there's still some else I have to re-review, and I haven't done St. Holly Sub yet, so here we are, yeah. And you may have noticed I've done quite a bit of, quite a number of reviews this year, actually. I've, not too long ago I took another look at great route in there. But not too long ago, I took a look at the, the Bavaria image style route. I've also done a couple reviews on some of the British routes as well. I should mention, yeah, in case you're wondering the reason why I'm doing these reviews, again, it's because in the original reviews I didn't show you guys a complete list of everything they got in the routes. So that's why I want to come back and do these reviews, because I want to show you a complete list of everything in the route, so you know exactly what you're getting and you know what you're not getting. So that's why I did the some like Valley Road as well and other things. So yeah. I should mention there are still some other reviews I have planned on my list. In fact, I wasn't planning to do this one well, okay, I wasn't sure when I was going to do this one, actually, but again, I found myself in a bit of a conundrum where I was like, I didn't know what video to make this week, so I figured, let's do this one. Yeah. Alright. And plus another Trainz Simulator 3 video, which I haven't done in a little bit since the Big Boy Anna came out. Yeah. And my mouth is a little bit watery. I just had a bit of a drink, and for some reason it's sloshing around in my mouth for some reason, so, yeah. But we're gonna do the video either way, because, yeah. Let's go up to the autoracks then. These are the CSX ones. And... alright. Now we go the other way. Okay, cool. Alright, it's just my chair. Alright then. So yeah, seeing Holy sub. I actually didn't plan this route very much actually when I got it for Trainz Simulator 2. I mainly got it because because Russell got it and showed that there was some pretty cool crossing gates in it, which are more realistic than some of the other ones that were over in Trainz Simulator 2. So then I decided to get this route for Trainz 2, and yeah. Alright. And yeah, the crossing gates we need to use from this route. Oh, saying that, I'm not sure what the crossing gates we have for this route, actually, yeah. But then again, I'm not really matters at this point because we still do not have the surveyor, yeah. Yeah, I don't know what's taking them so long to add the surveyor. I mean, this game now is now 4 years old, if you can believe it. Yeah, this game released in August of 2021. It is now September of 2025. Yeah, so this game is now, again, is now over 4 years old, and we still have not gotten the surveyor yet. Like, what is taking them so long to do it? And it's weird because even as far back as January 2024, they said, you know, oh, shouldn't be too far away, and it's gonna be an iPad only release. Like, we got details on it, but it's now, you know, we're now in the back half of 2025, and there's still no sign of it, so I don't know. I'm not sure if any of you know what they want to do anymore. They just, I don't know. Yeah, I don't know what's taking them so long because, like, you know, we, yeah, look at the train. Yeah, because again, we got the survey over in Trainz Simulator 2, so I don't know what's taking so long to add Trainz Simulator 3. You know, I think it's like it's a small dev team and stuff, but no, the problem is they got too much stuff going on at once, right? Like they also have that Xbox game coming. Is that game even released yet? I don't even know what's going on with that game. So, yeah, I don't know. It seems like MVV doesn't really know what they want to do. So, I guess we'll see. Alright then. I guess I'll give you some news updates then. Regarding what's going on with my financial situation then. So in last week's video I mentioned in the Trainz Sim World video on the Dutch routes, I mentioned that I joined a membership program that was affordable and was what I want. Yeah, so I did get a response. Like, in fact, I was actually working with a guy for a little bit. But then out of nowhere, YouTube served up to me a video about YouTube Shorts, and I found that there was a membership program that guy was actually even better and cheaper than the membership program I already signed up for. So yeah, yeah. So basically, there was a $100 a month membership program that I signed up for. Ah, that's the crossing. Yeah. But yeah, there was the $100 a month membership program that I signed up for last week, actually, right before I recorded the the Dutch video on Trainz Simulator. But this new membership program I found is even cheaper. Like, so this was only $50, and it's actually more in line with what I want to do, which is YouTube Shorts. Yeah. I'm not sure if I briefly mentioned this in the Dutch video or not, but yeah, something I discovered is that YouTube Shorts, something I've actually been really sleeping on. And I've known about YouTube Shorts for a while, and I've even considered doing it full time for my own channel. But I've just kind of avoided it because I didn't think it would do much. But no, turns out YouTube Shorts do make a difference, and they can make you a lot of money. As long as you choose the right niche, of course, you make quality videos. That's why I'm going to be joining this $50 a month membership program. So yeah. I also tried to get a refund though from the $100 a month membership program, but unfortunately, I guess they don't offer refunds, which well, you know, I guess probably should have maybe. Well, okay, I wasn't sure if I was gonna get a refund or not. I figured I would just ask them, but yeah, they said that they don't do refunds. So yeah, so $100 wasted, unfortunately. But it's not a big loss. I mean, I do have a lot of money in my account, actually. When I get my $300 a month payment from Social Security, I'm actually going to be up to about $900 in my bank account. So, so $100 a month, $100 I wasted on this membership program that I'm never going through with anymore because I found a one that's even better and cheaper. Yeah, slight waste of money, but to be fair, I have already wasted a lot of other money, though. Yeah, oh, hello, there's a container train. How about it? Yes. Alright. But yeah, so slight waste of $100. But I'm hoping to start making money soon though, and again, the potential is really high with YouTube Shorts. I could make a lot of money from it, so yeah, $100 wasted, but I should easily be able to make that money back, and much more than that, so yeah. And again, I've actually already wasted a lot of money as well, so it's not like it's not like this is the first time I've wasted a lot of money, because I also spent about $300 on stuff relating to Amazon KDP, which I won't say it's completely gone to waste, but since I'm not going to be going through with that business right now, yeah, $300 out the drain there. And I also spent $400 on an affiliate marketing thingamajig to try to make some money there, which, yeah, also ended up being a waste of money because that didn't work out either. So, yeah, in total I've wasted about $700 trying to make money online. But it happens, though. It happens. That's just part of entrepreneurship. You're going to be spending a lot of money until you finally do start making money. So, yeah. So, all I'll say is, though, is thank God at least I'm getting some money a month from Social Security. It's not much, but it's better than nothing. And it's enough that I can use to try to make money online. So, yeah. Saying that, though, this membership program I've just found, the one that I'm finally going to be committing to very soon, the $50 a month membership program, that's specifically for YouTube Shorts. I can promise you I will be committing to this one because, for one, it's cheap. It's only $50 a month, so that's good. Well, that's a damn train station. But $50 a month, so it's cheap. And it's making money with YouTube Shorts. Because again, I've seen people get results. It's actually really easy to make money with YouTube Shorts as long as you do the right strategy, which is why I'm in this membership program, because I want to know what's the right strategy to do things, and yeah. What's this thing called, by the way? Let's see. It's called Pontiac. Is there a Pontiac station in real life? Not sure. But yeah, so yeah, I've wasted a lot of money. I've spent a lot of money. I've done a lot of things. It's just kind of stupid at this point, but I think now this is where things are finally gonna start to turn around. As there's another CSX locomotive there. How about it? Another train of autoracks. Nice. So yeah, I do think I'm still making money very soon. Um, like at this point, my goal is to start making money before the end of the year because honestly, 2025 has not been a good year for me. I'm ready to throw this year in the bin and move on to next year. But I can't do that just yet because I still gotta start making money this year. And well, the good news is I'll have to do so very soon, starting next week potentially. Yeah. And I'll update you guys how that goes in the next video, which will which will be the final video on Trainz Simulator 5. Yeah. Oh, going this way. Oh, interesting. Okay. But it should be the final video on Trainz Simulator 5. Yeah. And the final video after that will be will actually be 2 big live streams on Trainz Simulator 6 because there's so much content in that game that I'm going to do 2 live streams to cover it all. Because we have the base routes as well as all the deluxe content. So yeah. And then we got to that. I actually plan on doing some videos on, or a video on Trainz Simulator 6 covering the new core features like the random events and the train faults. Yeah. Well, that's a very sharp corner though. Yeah. That's a very sharp corner. What is this? Oh, we're going over the speed limit. Just realized. How sharp that corner is. What is that? Yeah. Actually, they were with me going 20 miles per hour, so yeah, I'm gonna go there. Yeah. But yeah, at this point, my only goal of 2025 remaining is to just make money. That's it. Well, I say make money, make big money. Make money that will actually change my life and make a difference. Because at this point, my plan is to just start making big money this year, so I can then start spending that money next year on actually improving my life. Biggest thing I want to do next year is I want to finally move into my own apartment because, yeah, despite the fact that I'm now 23, going to be 24 soon. Actually, my birthday's coming up in a couple of weeks. But despite being 23 years old, almost 24, I'm still living with my mom because I just haven't been able to make enough money to move out of here. But hopefully that will change soon. And yeah, I'm hoping to start making money soon enough. I'm also hoping to get a credit card soon enough so I can start building a credit score. And I'm hoping to move into a rental apartment April next year. Or some point in the spring. We'll see how it goes. It's a pretty good parking lot over there. Look at that. So yeah. No, so it's not that I dislike living with my mom or anything like that. It's just that, it's just living, you know, in this house with her is just kind of, well, it's inconvenient for me in a lot of different ways, actually. You know, for example, there's a lot of things I want to do, but can't do because there's nowhere enough space in this house. You know, all I really have is my own room to do what I want with, but the rest of the house is just all a mess. So, because I want to do things like, you know, I want to get back into collecting model trains or whatever else I feel like doing, or, you know, even getting to working out. You know, there's things I want to do in life, but I can't do them right now because I live with my mom. So, but moving into an apartment of my own is gonna fix that because I have my own space where I can do stuff like that. So yeah. That's the big thing I want to do next year. Another big thing though is I want to go on the trip that was planned going on this year because yeah, I actually had 2 trips planned for 2025 that I've had to postpone to next year because I didn't have the money to do it this year. So that's another thing I want to do. And all around, I'm just really excited to eventually get to a point where I finally will have financial freedom. You know, I won't have to worry about not having enough money anymore and everything, and it's gonna be great. Yeah. And the best part is that, you know, I found a match program which is cheap, which is everything I want. So I want to do this alone. I like to be able to do this with experts who know way more than I do. Because the thing is that I have absolutely no idea what I'm doing. All right, like this whole money making online thing is just totally brand new to me, and it's something that I wasn't even planning on doing, but I've now been forced to do because it's either I make money online or be poor for the rest of my life, and well, I know which one I want to do. So, or which one I don't want to do. So, yeah. But I'm very glad that, you know, mentorship programs exist where you can work with people who are good at the stuff. So you can just, you know, copy their methods or do what they tell you to do and make money pretty easily. And I've actually been on this journey of finding a good mentorship program actually since about the beginning of April. Actually, no, since we're like middle of July. And I did find a mentorship program back in mid-July after I found out that Amazon KDP payments are slow and I wouldn't have the money to pay for the ad costs. So yeah, then I spent 2 weeks doing Uber Eats food delivery trying to make the money needed to join that mentorship program. I finally did join the mentorship program, only to find that it was dead and the main guy in it wasn't even around all that often, so I left that program and got a refund, thankfully. I worked with another person over on Fiverr, but then that didn't go anywhere because nobody was... Yeah, actually, that was the affiliate marketing thing, but yeah, that didn't go anywhere because I was relying on paying advertising and nobody was buying, so that was a waste. Then there was just this $100 a month mentorship program that I just mentioned, which I would say was the best one yet that I come across before I came across this other $50 one, which is even better and cheaper, so that's what I'm going to go with, so yeah. Not saying that the $100 mentorship program was bad or anything, it was definitely better than the first one I joined, but this $50, I just have more faith in this $50 one because it's more in line with what I want to do. So yeah. This is a PB gas station. I should know what PB is. So yeah, that's my update then. Hope to start making money soon. And then I can toss this year in the bin and move on to next year. Because honestly, if I start making money this year, I'm going to be that much more excited for next year. Yep, so there's only there's only 3.5 months left of 2025, so I'm going to make these 3.5 months count. So let's look forward to, though. Besides that, you know, we've also got Trainz Simulator 6 coming out pretty soon, actually. Only a couple more weeks to wait. And, of course, I've been doing live streams. And also, another game that I'm personally excited for is NASCAR 25. I've mentioned this game a few times, I think, on this channel. Well, now we finally got some gameplay on NASCAR 25, which I have watched, and it looks really good. I'm really hyped for this game now, so, yeah. So, yeah, still a lot to look forward to for the rest of this year. Oh, let's come all the way to GMOY. Okay. So, what now? Is this going to be the end or something? Let's see. And I did just do 20 miles per the whole time because I didn't want to crawl 15 miles per hour. It's just too slow. Alright, here we are then. I guess it's our destination, so I'm not sure what to do now, though. And here we are. Okay, take up with the marked wagons. Okay. Wait, did I do it? There we go. Alright, yep, that is it then. Alrighty then. Alright, well, hope you guys have enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe if you haven't already. And I will see you in whatever I make next.